Okay, so we're still on the topic of the celestial alignment, right? But it's not about grimming you out. I need you to be aware of some positive things happening too. So it's not all about just staying asleep and using our left brain and using a small amount of our genetic information, a small amount of our bodies. We're using a small amount of our minds. We're using a small amount of ourselves. We're actually asleep. We just generated all of human history as we know it while we're asleep. Like, we've wiped out certain life forms on this planet. And we're probably forgiven because we're just learning and we're asleep right now. There's other people out there that are responsible for stuff. And a certain time will come where we have to just reveal ourselves and open the relationship to try to keep the whole thing going, you know what I mean? To keep the whole thing supported. Some of those people have evolved from us, so it's their best interest to make sure we don't go extinct and whatever mumbo jumbo we've got going on here, misperceiving our reality for materialistic. We just have to go through the lesson before we know any better. However, do we have enough time? Plus, there's a bad guy system that's there to govern our minds. And so you have the monetary system, and everyone is really convinced that you need money to live, yet we're breathing oxygen for free. Hey, put some of that in your lyrics, Medicine for the People. Because I've got some hot stuff for my other favorite band. I'm going to say their name in this lecture. Free Pussy Riot. Okay? I'm definitely promoting that band because they're completely different than Medicine for the People. But their target is the same, just like I'm targeting the same thing. Awareness brings a better life. Awareness is the key. But you have to love. See? So if you love, then you'll care. And so if you care, then you'll do the necessary investigating to be aware and to share what is healthy. The people need to come together and free themselves from being conquered. Divide and conquer, right? So now it's time to stop being afraid of each other, people. So the celestial alignment sets up the pole shift. The pole shift is a big situation where you're gonna need to use your superpowers. Okay? This left brain lifestyle is not gonna work for you when we're having epic continental drift and tsunamis, tornadoes, and hurricanes. Staying asleep like this, living with just using your left brain, it's not going to cut it, man. We need to activate our pineal gland. We need to levitate, teleport, fly, psychic healing. We need all of that stuff. We don't even want to be asleep anymore. We want to do this. We want to party properly and not be slaves, right? So I just want to finish up with the celestial alignment like this. There's some rough things on the way in, but it's not all roughage. We need to come together in love, and the light of salvation will bless us. If you're living in fear and anger, when that special radiation hits you, it won't help your DNA very much to upgrade or give you access to your genetic junk information, which is your superpowers. If you're living in love and positivity and together, try to tap into, focus on that energy. When the light of salvation hits your energy field and goes through it and hits your cell body and your cell nucleus, and that energy enters your DNA will be able to use that energy very well to open unzip the zipped information, load and run it, which we're going to need right on time for the pole shift. See, we have a bad guy upon us to try to keep us asleep as slaves, so it's not that easy. And there's a lot of conditioning that's on us that promotes all sorts of separation, all sorts of discriminative thinking is conditioned upon us in judgmental thinking. So even if we're against judgmental thinking, I'm still doing it because it's going to take time to reprogram the self. We don't know how much time we have. You know what I mean? We need to stop protesting and just hold festivals that accommodate to peoples and families. We want to hold festivals that people can bring their children and people can bring their parents and everything is there. Market shows, DJs, live bands, cotton candies, rides, clowns, you name it. But what I would do at these lectures is I would do my classic storytelling, because I have a skill there as a songwriter, story writer, and I'd offer lectures as I'm finally recording this lecture right now. And so we all have our jobs to specialize in and do without effort. Effort's not needed unless you're a slave, right? So be yourself, which is effortless, and enjoy it. All we have to offer each other is abundance in being the self. Nothing to be afraid of. You're going to be afraid of that guy over there because he looks hungry? Well, throw him a fucking potato. Pardon my language. We're learning together. We'll figure it out. And so to finish up my topic on the celestial alignment, I just need to say, if we don't find out what time it is pretty soon, it's just going to be too hard because we won't even know if we have enough time to do the necessary exercises to awaken. We want to find any healthy, safe, clean way to get closer to the self, activate your pineal gland and stuff like that. They want to take that away from us, you know. And another thing is I think I'm wrapped up on the celestial alignment. I mentioned Nibiru. I mentioned that asteroids. It makes sense that asteroids will hit the ground. We pass close to the asteroid belt every Leo, which is the best time to see shooting stars. It's because the Earth is close to the asteroid belt. I mean, please don't be afraid. Just see what I'm talking about here, okay? Thank you. And now I'm done with the celestial alignment. I'm hoping I was just thorough enough to get the point across. And so I'm thanking you. And now I'm going to move on to the next stage where I'm going to be talking about the celestial family reunion. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about that today, probably outside at the beach, because I love you. Je t'aime.